I noticed it, I know that the camera there weird. It's not mad, me have one more symbols of this. That's not the like road. Just get up. You must have dangerous strengths. You must have gambled up. There's no more in there. Keep up with crowd, you can't stop. That's all.
All right, voice check. Can you hear me, guys? Yes. Up front, you good? All right, crocodiles, come up that side first. You hear? We just want to say, I'll check them so they can't hear me.
I'm going to come on the right hand side.
On the right hand side? I think they choose the middle and kind of realize that's where the fearful one them stay, you know?
Correct.
Yeah, man. All right, a pleasant good afternoon. And welcome to the Black River Safari. My name is Cornell, or Captain C. Will be your tour guide, Crocodile Dundee and lifeguard. We have with us a co-captain, Brandon. So he's Captain B. Yeah, him looks small, but him taller. We call him man fashion. All right, so today we take about on the beautiful Black River. We do 4 miles if the rain permits us. We go 2 miles up, 2 miles returning. Hopefully see the birds, the wetland vegetation, and some of our beautiful, shining, offensive crocodiles. A part of our heritage, so we have to protect them. Yeah, I know that some people are eating my job, so I want you to send a strong message to them. Don't eat the crocodile, and I'm off Captain C job, all right? Protect them. So this is river, Black River. So it is a good river. It used to be used for transportation back in the 18th century. So from the rum factory in Apperton, they would allow the sugar, the rum, the pimento berries, coffee berries, green bananas, even the logwood, a hardwood from which comes a blue dye, indigo for doing jeans material. Most likely Levi jeans material back in the days. All these products were floated down on bambaras right into the harbor here. There was no bridge until 1938. These surface crane along the side were used to load these cargoes onto ships, ship them off to Europe. And so from all this activity on river, Black River became a famous town. First town in Jamaica to have electric current in 1893, and that's 1 year before New York City. Telephones by 1900, motor car by 1903. The first building to have electric current, unfortunately have a little damage right now, was Waterloo Guest House. Used to be right behind the Sagicor Bank in the town. And so our main attraction is not in view yet, but we start off with some birds and some trees. These are just coming back after the shock. Egrets, white herons. Locally in Jamaica we say garleans. Right, we have some blue herons with them, same family. The white ones are called egrets, roughly 3 different types of them. We can point out actually 2 here at the moment, nesting. We have snowy egret. You can see one right over there in the middle, or 2 of them. Snowy white with black beak, black feet, with yellow socks at the toes. We call them the well-dressed bird. Then their counterpart is a lot more famous than them, the cattle egret. They are white with brown facial, brown crown, yellow beak, and yellow feet. And they are the ones that say have a Donald Trump hairstyle, or Mr. Trump could be wearing one of the bird hairstyle. Yeah, man. So tricolor heron out there too, look more like a dinosaur type of bird. There's one right here, white, blue, and brown. And then in between them I see some dark one looking black. Those are the blue herons. Right, the blue herons have a more purple to the neck and blue to the body. So while these birds are nesting here, the chicks fall off the branch into the water. As a part of their survival, by the way, they can swim and they can climb back to the nest. But they can't outswim the crocodiles, and so they get eaten. So this area is a regular KFC for crocodiles. They'll catch the fallen chicks. I think I just glimpsed one of the female crocodile coming on this side here. Maybe she's going in the drive-thru. All right, she probably went down. You know, out there it's like a fashion statement. The girls, you know, they manicure and they pedicure down in the mud spa. So I just see her and she just gone down into the corner there. All right. Now she's right there. Can you see her? Just here. Yeah. She's just beside that orange bottle there. Yeah. Can you see her there? Yeah. One of our shining offensive crocodiles. It's okay. You can come across the middle, stand up. Those on this side, you can remain seated. It will look like it's unbalanced. Will look like it's unbalanced, but will not turn over. And plus the crocodiles love unbalanced boat. They figure if you're falling, they get a balanced diet. Come. Don't know if this one will respond. Let me try. Come. I'm speaking crockish. Come. Yeah, girl. I told her that if she comes, she can get some handsome gentleman, just leave minister. Alright, she's not interested. Now the mating season is on, and so most of the crocodiles are busy. And what we find most mating season, the dominant male, they beat away the smaller males. And then when it comes to the heat of the matter, they can't manage because they have too much girl for the service. And so the girls have to do one thing. They wait in one place, hoping the male pass by them first so she can ambush them. But we have a problem. There are a couple of big girls out there. One is Danet and one is called Dora. They don't wait on no man. They chase them down. And so they become desperate housewives. So in a wetland space of 21,000 acres, which 5,700 hectares is actually a Ramsar site, international wetland of importance. So everything out there is protected except for you guys. Crocodiles are protected trees, bird life. Yeah, the crocodiles have a big penalty though. 1 year in jail or roughly $500,000 for hurting them, which is good. I hope they will step it up more. Yeah, man. So after such a devastation hurricane, what is happening there now? These birds are trying to come back. So it's a sense of reproduction. You know, everything is getting into the groove before time. I don't know where you're waiting for. Right, so the trees take a big damage. Especially the red mangrove trees. They were the ones affected the most because they were taller. But you can see the white ones coming back brilliantly here now. White mangroves brighter in color with small leaves. Much brighter color, more, flakier barks. Now with the red mangrove, they're much taller with long roots coming from the branches. And you will also see long aerial roots. Those aerial roots are like straws. When they touch the water, they suck water and minerals for the plants. Another good thing about these mangrove, the roots here in the side, they operate like a nursery. It's a breeding ground for the fishes. So right here, the water can be brackish. I could continue for, say, 2 kilometers or so. There's a crocodile right over there in the gap here. This is a new channel made by Melissa. Crocodile right there in the middle. Yeah, right over there. It could be one of the big males. Go! Out here I have a dominant male, and I believe that's him. We call him Herbert the Terrorist. He terrorized this area. Go! See how big he is? Roughly 16 feet. Yeah. You want to scream again? They love when women scream. I'm screaming. Alright, we can't go over there because it's a shallow area. And we don't want to play stuck in the middle. Huh? No, we're not going over there. We're going close by, we're not over there, alright? That won't help her in the mud. Go! So I'm speaking a little crockish here. Crocodile language and English. Crockish. Alright, so he's just having his own way. Alright. So I have an idea there how big that one can be, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. So the key thing to spot them, you're looking for a piece of log with bumps on the back and bulgy eyes. So once you see a bumpy log with eyes, it's a crocodile. It may look like plastic, looks like rubber, but not made in China. These are made in Jamaica, so they know AI, they're more real. You know, come on, my girl left him on. Him camera shy, man, I turn him back on the camera, you see him? I'll go further in, you know? Yes, man, he's on a mission. Plus him probably tired, you know, I'm gonna hide from a few girls. And so along the side, this bright color vegetation here with the purple flower, yeah, that's a water hyacinth. The flowers are lavender blue. Beautiful but have no fragrance. Normally adapt from the atmosphere. This plant is an invasive species all the way from Brazil, but it got to Jamaica with the Portuguese foreparents over the centuries. So a plant like this grows rapidly back in the channels, and so they have to be cut loose and allowed to float to sea where they dies. Many years ago, we're going to say probably in the 70s, we used to have manatees in the Black River and they feed on these plants. But then the taste bud for manatees go up with the fishermen, they start eating them and then yam them off. Eat them off. So apparently right now we have no manatees in the Black River region. And so the average depth here is 19 feet, 6 meter deep. Who's so tall? This dark over here received its name because of the reflection of the peat soil. The peat out here is dark, so make a dark reflection on water. Water appears black. When you take it up, it is clear, and because it looks black, we say Black River. Now, because of much rain in the mountain, it changes color. Dirt particle washes in. So if it's black, we say Black River. So it's only fair if it changes color. We say Michael Jackson River. Now, who's bad? Somebody told me earlier I should say cartel, but in a rainbow enough. Not enough colors. And so normally we do a little speeding if we have to, especially when the rain is circling. Trust me, you don't want to see a freak storm out there. And we practice safety above everything. So once you see the freak storm, we try to run out it, right? Run out it. Right. And so this section is good. Our rain normally comes from the corner here, like from the Santa Cruz end. Once the circle and come halfway on the Santa Cruz mountain, it's raining on that side. So as we go up a little, hang on to your personal belongings, whether it be a thing or a person, for if you lose them, the crocodile will use them. And for all the gorgeous ladies, please remember, hang on to your hairstyle and your eyelashes. Flying away, coming across more to the left, one of the young black crown night heron. And these birds, when they're fully mature, they're black and gray with red eyes. But they hunt mostly at night. They beat the birds off their nest, eat their eggs and their young ones. A predator to the heron family. So if you're noticing, we have a lot of plastic bottles tied to the side. The ones that are tied to ropes, they're just floating devices and fishermen trap. Mostly crab cages along the side. At times the tide gets high, rises higher, the bottles will float and make it easier for the fishermen to know where their traps are. And so these are not really garbage. We're trying our best not to teach any garbage to swim. And so this Nassau Mountain in front here has some rain on it. Nassau Mountain is where you have the Wyeth Waterfalls, one of 10 major tributaries of the Black River. In the Eastern Valley, we have the rum factory Appleton. So while 10 major rivers and some small streams come to Black River, on the north side there are 8 rivers going in one place to the sea, and that's why they call it Ocho Rios, for 8 rivers. three of them. Right, so we're approaching Broadwater. One of the widest area of freshwater bodies in the English-speaking Caribbean and Jamaica. Here we have two major rivers meeting, the Black River to the left and Broad River to the right. And as they come together, they back up sediments in the middle, so right here in the middle is shallow. And Melissa chose to turn over two boats here. And these boats were not in working condition, they were parked beyond the bridge. And we are yet to determine did they come under, over, or around the bridge, but they did not come through the bridge. This is what Melissa did. She was powerful. It was like two girls in one. I think it was Mel and Lisa, but we call it Melissa. Right, it's a challenge to retrieve them. You have a helicopter. Probably could lift them, but we don't have that type of helicopter in Jamaica. You don't want to lift and then come down. Yeah, you have to open the bridge and let another big boat pull them down. And we can do that, right? Yeah. It's just water. Yeah. Light shower sprinkling. Right, so this was a lovely bulrush bank. Melissa has spat on it, but luckily for us, we are seeing some water lilies taking over this area here. The bulrushes, tall plant here in the middle, used for making craft items, the baskets, the mats, the hats, the fans. If one is familiar with the Bible story, Moses and the bulrush, same kind of plant, used back in Egypt to make the basket for Moses. And so we did not have the Bible Moses in Jamaica. We wish we have him. You know, Jamaica love to big up themselves. But in Jamaica we have some other Moses. We did have Rasta Moses, Reggae Moses, and Ganja Moses. We came short on the religious one. And that's the continuation of the Black River mainstream. We mostly use it these days for fishing tour and bird watching. So we use a part of a tributary, the Broad River or Salt Spring River, for the remaining portion of the tour. Alright, so some light showers coming across. Not so bad. We can bear this. So majority of the Santa Cruz Mountain is covered. I think there's a faint rainbow in it. I think they say when you see a rainbow, it means no more water but fire next time. So the Salt Spring River or the Broad River is suspected to have the source in the Burnt Savannah area. It's more like a spring river. Doesn't really look a little bit more brown like the other side when we're coming up, because it has less tributaries coming into it. But the darker these waters are, the clearer there is. So if you jump in this water right now and open your eyes, you're going to see a welcoming party. Everything you see also sees you. Well, that's another boat. Yeah, man. All Melissa doing. Yeah, man. So spear fishermen normally dive in here. Harpoon, gun, snorkel, gear, shoot some of the crocodiles, no problem. Yes, I'm serious. We used to swim out here too, but they stop us, you know. They always to jump off the boat and swim as well. I'm sure what the water looks like in a container here. I said we can use the smallest captain. He's kind of young, so if he loses a limb, he grow back tomorrow. I'm just playing. Alright. Alright, some areas are around say 19 feet and some other areas can be less than that. Yeah, it's like a average. Right, so like the shallowest area is right about in the middle there, just about 1 meter, 3.5 feet where both rivers meet. Right. Yeah, I mean the Pamang tour important. Yeah, later. Later. Yeah, man, for real. When it's 100% clear, we can sell it for $3 because it's a good mineral water, and the men will be attracted to this water because this water has 2 ingredients in it, which is actually sodium. One is salt from the sea, the other one is crocodile pee-pee. The study shows that this is good Viagra, good more stencil for the pencil. Yeah, but it's only required to see sold to men over their 50s. Alright, that's off the record. Right, well, that's how it is. Very clear. That's a reflection of the peat soil down there. And so the fishes out here, they include like African perch, jacks, mullet, snappers, snook, gars, carps, eels, and tarpon. Just to name a few. With the bigger ones out there, snappers and snook, they can go up to 50 pounds. Yeah, but tarpons, way bigger. They can go over 140 kilo up to 300 pounds in this river here. I totally, we do fishing tour different. Yeah, man, say now capitalize family minister tour and I try. Yeah, I go out with one. Yeah, man, if you conquer some business, don't do it too long. Alright, boss. Follow me? Alright, just about the middle here is a little bit shallow. It can get probably 6 feet. Or close to the edges there, 9, 12 feet and more. Right. Follow me? Don't worry. But remember though, it is mostly sediment. So 3 feet could even sink you 5 feet. Alright? I'm not sure. Other boats sometimes come up at times from under there. No, they come up earlier from under the bridge. Yeah. It could be like some fishermen. Right. So currently saying it could be pirates. If you believe it's pirates, I put out the cannon gun and blow them to bits. Yeah, the days of Pirates of the Caribbean is gone, you know. I guess it's just some people having some fun. What's the name? Yeah, Takula. Yeah, well. Yeah, Takula. Yeah, well. I guess their flag said it. Maybe their private vessel. I think there was a crew, and I think there was a ship out there earlier, so maybe they used that off the ship, yeah, and come in earlier, yeah. I think they're probably on some people do tours around the world, and that's what they do. So for them to be in here, I guess the Coast Guard probably check them out and everything already. Yeah, people who tour around the world, let's travel and dock into different harbors. Yeah, man, I think the Coast Guard should have a record of that. You can double check though. Alright. And so around here, at times we have some young males, they're fighting. And because the young crocodiles are fighting, we give them names. We call them Tom and Jerry. Yeah, man, so I'm looking for them, but they have rivalry. The bigger crocodile further up, one we call Philip from the Philippines, have come down to challenge these boys. As I mentioned earlier, it's mating season. And the winner will take all the girls, even though he can't manage. Let this be a lesson for the boys. Yeah, man, just keep it in your range, alright? Don't play Solomon because we can't manage. Right? So just keep it one-on-one. Right, boss? I'll show you how this feel though. Alright, yeah, man. And so the Santa Cruz Mountain runs from the inlands. Behind the town of Santa Cruz all the way back to the south side. In the Santa Cruz Mountain we have some prominent areas like Malvern, Hampton, Bethlehem, place like Potsdam. So the Monroe Boys College is up there in the hills. Hampton School for Girls and the Bethlehem Moravian College. We're not seeing some of the, we call it now the windmills. There's a wind farm up there as well. And beyond the wind farm area in the South Sea area, there's a drop off they call Lover's Leap, where the story is told of a couple of slave lovers who didn't want to be separated from other. So there are three sides to the story. I love the part one side. It sums up like this. Lovers were slaves and didn't want to be separated. So them hold hands, jump over and die. Thus they create for us in Jamaica a Romeo and Juliet story. That story is now almost outdated, centuries, and we want to remake it. So but every now and then we send new lovers for the test. Nobody wants to jump or leave for love. We discover that if you have good insurance when you reach there, watch your back. Because sometimes a partner who professes to love you might just push you off for the money. And so it's hardly love for love these days. Only a few people finds it. What most people get is the flip side of love. The one they call no romance without finance. More grass-like plant here is the Phragmites plant. It is actually a grass family of bamboo and cane. This one is called the wild cane. Used to making a couple of craft items, picnic basket and shrimp trap at times. Come. Hey boys, we have girls. Come. Now they call. When they call, actually, they'll come hoping to get something or someone from the boat. Back in the days, we used to give them treats, a little piece of chicken every now and then. So once they hear the boats or the sound of our voice, they come out for the treat. So we give them chicken at times.
What's the average lifespan of a crocodile?
Roughly 100, and they should get as long as 30 feet or 9 meters. But ours only go to 20 feet, 6 meters. So these are the world's friendliest of crocodiles. They're not aggressive like those in Africa, Australia, or Asia. Now in grafting, the American family of species only attack you if you get too close to their young ones or their hatchlings. They don't like babysitters, they kill them. And if you get close and you're bleeding, once they smell blood, you're food. And remember, they're the ones protected out here, you're not. You're actually intruding in their business. Anyone wish to swim today?
No.
You could swim at your own risk. Would be a part of our job to go with you because we're Crocodile Dundies. But because we're a captain, the rule says we're the last one to jump off the boat. So you all have to jump in before we can follow. The good thing about our waters, there's no leeches, there's no water snakes, and there's no piranhas. Just friendly crocodiles. These are the world's friendliest of crocodiles. They'll always smile with you before they eat you up. And they love to shake hands and don't give it back. That's how friendly they are. So it's always good to keep your distance. Just joking though. They're not aggressive as other people think. A bird flying over the plants here to the right, you can see it. Shy from camera. Is a migrant bird, an osprey, fish hawk, all the way from Canada, North America. These birds, accompanied with blue herons and kingfishers, they come down to us every year for winter and goes back after spring. So one could call them North American tourists with freedom of travel. No passport, no visa to come to Jamaica. And so we could say it's true when they say in the proverb, as free as a bird in the skies. I see that the crocks are scarce, so let's get up and get off before the rain. That's how it is. Wildlife, unpredictable. Some days you can come, the place is crawling with crocodiles. Other days you can come and don't see any. That's wildlife. Especially on the weekend when they do shopping and go to church. And so with extra eyes, Mr. Slavey, who is also one of our captain, and Brandon, we're looking all around. We're scamming every crevice and every corner. Hoping to find one very close. So close we could actually invite it on the boat. Now here's the drama. Crocodiles, they can jump the length of their bodies. But we don't give you that information until we're way out. Alright, let me break out. Sorry, let me break out. Alright, here's one of the mature black crown night heron now. Can you see it? Right there, ready for it to be much darker so it can cross a rampage. Black crown night heron, yeah man. Pretty enough. I saw some pretty people get trouble too,
Oh yeah.
Yeah man. That's one pretty killer too, not true? Yeah. Alright. So let me back up a little. There's a counterpart to it, by the way, which is much more beautiful, a yellow crown night heron, but he's really the night heron. He comes out only in the dark. So you can see that one there now. Black crown night heron. And the boss faces the tune and turning back to the camera. Right, so 307 different bird types roam across Jamaica every year. With the exception that 2 is now extinct from our endemic species. Well, we have 31 endemic species of birds in Jamaica. But 307 roam across Jamaica every year. So most of them are from different places. But one thing for sure, they love Jamaica. It must be the vibes, the environment, the people. Or maybe the cops will lock me up today. Maybe it's the marijuana. Yeah, man. When they first fly into Jamaica, conspiracy theory this is, they might fly over the marijuana field and the aroma makes them very high and paranoid they forget how to fly home. But it could be the marijuana. And Minister, I just discovered this one, that marijuana is a welcome plant of Jamaica. It's the only plant on the island that greets you with a hi every time. Never says hello, only says hi. Right, so since we now clear Tom and Jerry area, we should be looking for Philip now. A 14-footer. One that is very nice to the boats. What? Okay, back to the jumping story. Ready for the jumping story? Yeah, crocodiles can jump the length of their bodies. In water, they could jump straight up 90 degrees, the length of their bodies. We have seen them jump and taking birds off the branches. On land, they could jump out for you, 45 degrees angles. No, we don't tell you that until you're up here, Yeah, man. We're business people. We know how to control the business first, Yeah, man. Right. But here's the thing now, if a crocodile jump on your boat today, it's not the best time for you to panic and jump in the water. Big mistake. That's the oldest trick they use in their book to get additional food for the family. Let it stay on board. It will only take one person for the day. One and go. There'll be many more survivors. Alright, so don't panic. Right, just pray that you're not the one, alright? Yes, man. Right, so Mangrove Avenue is bouncing back. More like the photogenic area of the Black River. Believe it or not, there's a movie backdrop down here. We have the mother shoot. Yeah, man. But mostly weddings, 7 weddings and counted. It was the newest trend before Melissa stopped it. Right. It was the newest trend that if you get married in the heart of danger, you'll learn to survive your marriage. Also, a better understanding of the vows until death do us part, or for better or for worse. While taking the vow, crocodile jump up and take your partner wasn't meant to be. It does save you from a life of misery. So you can always go and look at another person. You see why it was trending? Alright. But this was an ideal area. There are a lot of old mangrove trees here. These trees were over 300 years old. They drill inside, take out the cross section, counting rings, a scientific project under the microscope, and determine the ages for the plants. Some monuments were here too. A big tree further up used to look like a pipe organ in the olden churches. Now it's down. And then further around where we're going to turn, there should be another one that used to look like the Rastaman Grove, and now it's all down. Estimated time for these trees to bounce back, maybe close to a 10-year period. They're slow growing trees. From the skin of it, you get a red dye called tannin. And the tannin was used back in the early 18th century as a form of food coloring. For staining wooden floors, recoat bricks, also using the tanning process for crocodile skin or leather. Right. So this was also used in Cuba in their red wine as well. And so normally these areas are peaceful and quiet in the days. And the old captain once taught me that right around here there will not be a single mosquito. So if I turn the engine off, you can listen, it's very quiet and peaceful, but you won't hear any buzz. Good one, good one. Right, so in the old captain book, it says you won't find a single mosquito in this area, and the reason for that, because they're all married, they're here. But they only attack you in the night. So after nightfall, they come out in their numbers. You be sprayed up and they still attack you. Because before they attack you, they put on tiny gas masks. And so we call them the mosquitoes of Black River. We have some silent ones, we call them ninjas, because they are the ones that creep up on you, take your blood and leave you scratching. The victimized one is what they call the entertainers. They decide to sing a Bob Marley song before they attack you. So they try to sing I Don't Want to Wait in Vain for Your Blood, and then they dive in. And so of all the things that Melissa chose to spare, she spared the duck ants nest, the termites. But this is saying something to us right here now. This material for building should be under investigation. That's strong to survive a Category 5 hurricane. Maybe we want to research it and use it to build some houses in the future. Right. Duck ants, termites. These are the flying ones. So when you have the rainy season at night, these are the little creatures that fly out to your house. And in the morning, if you don't get rid of them in the night, you'll see wings all over. So they shed their wings, get into your roofing, flooring, and begin to work. A few months later, you'll see dust everywhere, and you'll call them chichi. So there's another story to the duck ants nest, spared by Melissa, but you have to talk to me after the air, all right? Yeah, man, we don't put everything on the... As a matter of fact, not all the views here are from the Black River Safari, all right? Just for entertainment purposes. Right, so you have to pick and choose, all right? And so we come up into Phillip Town. And this is our turnaround point. Then we head back down the river yet again. Somebody said I should handbrake it. No, we use commercial engine, not the speed one. If I have a speed engine, I could do it, you know. All right. And it's quiet this afternoon. Yeah, this is new. But normally they usually nest further in, but I guess their nesting site is damaged, so they come and occupy this area in the front. So a lot of animals choose to start reproducing right after the devastation. These are more birds. If I take a closer, you're going to see some young ones in there as well. And that big tree in front that is down, that was the Rasta Mangrove. And so while the tour turns here, the river continues around, roughly 13 more miles where it goes into the ground, meandering until it gets up into Burn Savannah into a spring. Alright, so I'll go here for the purpose of my good paparazzis. Yeah, so they can take some photograph. Right, so we're checking on the gas because it's reading letter E. And most Jamaicans don't know how to read their gas gauge effectively. When it's on F, it's full. Yes, and E is enough. Yeah, man, once you go on the E, it's empty. Yeah. Enough gas for the nearest gas station, that's E. So there will be a quarrel. Sometimes birds steal on a bird nest. And I'm not caught up Trump name, you know? Alright. Smell gas? I think we just change the tank around. Normally one tank will take us up and take us back to Broadwater and down again before it runs out, but we're playing it safe, you know. Yeah, man.
So what's the diet of the crocodile? What they eat regular?
Right, so 95% of the crocodile's diet is mostly fish. The 5 of the birds, the crabs, the frogs, small animals like mongoose and rats. So out here we have mongoose as well, and rats in this area. Yeah, man, they live out here. Yeah, man, they survive out there. A lot of old trees stump. Yeah, man, they're good swimmers too. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, there was an old captain here. Anytime you see a mongoose run across the river or swim across the river, he run go by 18 and they play. Alright, so we're heading down. And that's the wildlife, guys. That's all the time we get to see crocodiles in their fullness. And that's why it's wild. Unpredictable wildlife. Well, we still keep our eyes out on the way back. Alright, so feel free to ask your question as we go along. A lot more that could be said, but you know. Yes, sir. If you ask for volunteers? No, you just choose one and go. That's how it does. Yeah, well, just choose one and go. You can't volunteer anyone for him. He'll take somebody.
I want to volunteer this guy.
This guy here? Yeah. No new species, but it was like almost like a cleansing because I know a lot of people have some junk in them. Yeah, I want to get rid of it. And Melissa get rid of it for them, you know. Yeah, man. So it is good and bad, you know. Some people house want to repair too, and they couldn't do it, but now you mash up, the government to help them out. You understand? So a lot of things are going on. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's gonna come back strong, I believe. It's gonna come back very strong. The only thing that these trees are slow growing trees, and these are a highlight. Yeah, but the younger ones, there's still hope. So it will come back, you know. Nothing changed actually unless you have seen this store before. Because those who are coming in now to see it, they still believe it's beautiful. They always believe this is what it looks like, unless they hear there's a storm here before. Oh,
Has this ever been used as location for a movie?
what, guys?
Has this ever been used as location for a movie?
That's a backdrop. So they film the area and then use it in a movie in the green screen. Right. I think it's a crocodile movie called, I think it's Black Waters, I believe. You might see something looking like this in there. Yeah. So all these areas in the middle are now shallow because there's a lot of broken banks here, broken trees. You don't want to drive there, you'll get yourself in some trouble. One of our endemic species of fern is just coming back to the side here, with what we call the giant fern. Just coming back here fresh. 550 different types of ferns in Jamaica. Yeah, it's wetland. So for the most of it, you can walk on it. Depends on your body mass. Some areas will be more buoyant, so you will find yourself sinking. Some to your ankle, some up to your knee, but you won't go under. So in the process of retrieving the boats, some of our captains and other teammates go all the way in. They're in there, but they're more afraid of you than you are of them. Yeah, no, yeah, if they could find like a bank, they would nest in here, or most time they go down to the beaches, lay eggs in the sand. Sometimes we find them scattered along the beach in parity, some of them as far as Treasure Beach or Fort Charles. We sometimes get calls, and that's why the nursery is kind of important to us. We kind of rescue them, put them in the nursery, and release them back in an era when they're much bigger so they can compete for themselves. So out there, crocodiles can lay up to 60 eggs, depends on their maturity, up 76 days, up to 90 days for hatching. But when they hatch, they're small, up to 12 inches. So birds and fish and the crocodile eat most of the younger ones. Only 10% survive in the wildlife. So when the others are scattered, and we get there, we help another 10%. So we keep boosting up the environment for the crocodiles. And this is a big wetland that could host up to 3,000 crocodiles or more, but we only have 300 out here. Yeah. Yeah, them a hide, man. I only a few of them kind of react to the boats, you know. And that's why we were reason with NEPA, we tell them that we have to feed them little now and then so they can come out for the guests to see them. Because many people don't know that other rivers in Jamaica have crocodiles. Right? It's just that they're there, crocodiles are hiding, or they get into a stubble like sometime in Milk River, the guys dive in there, shooting, and one bite one, right? But even Nick really have crocodiles, Portlands. No alligator. Now, alligator story is a little bit different. What happened, our 4 parents, I don't want to say they will know it all, but they want to keep the knowledge going. So they have a knowledge of what the animals were like, but they weren't sure. But they don't want to look in the, in the dust, so they just call it alligator. And we have places now like Alligator Pond, Alligator Hole, and still no alligator in Jamaica. Right. Alligators are more wider to the face. They carry a U-shaped snout with 80 sharp canine teeth. Crocodiles are more pointed with a V-shaped snout, and ours in Jamaica carry 68 sharp canine teeth. So if I should give you a riddle, a 10-foot crocodile and a 10-foot alligator, which one I want to bite you? 68 teeth or 80 teeth? None. There's none, because at that size they could burst your head open like when they drop a watermelon. One snap, they're that powerful. Right. And if they bite you and you're not dancing, they're gonna let you dance. They're from the rock and roll days, so they only know 2 dance moves. Crocodile rock and come on baby, let's do the twist. That's how they get the death roll. All the way? The house? Alright, Kettlebell slide punches. Yeah, man. So since Melissa, we could fasten our neighbor's business. Everything become clear. Yeah, man. Fence breakdown. Louis Mentor tell us one of those old time songs. They want some sheet of board to build up in firewall higher. Can never stop peeping and pot on fire. That was the case. Right, Melissa has let our forest neighbor come very close. I don't know how good your eyes is. Amphibian tractor is still over there. You can still see a part of it. Excavator that helped us to get back the boats. So the boats were anchored over here and tied to trees, over here and tied to trees, but Melissa moved them. Only one survived here, the Safari Duchess. She was tied to this tree here and did not move. Everything went way in there. Let me just back up a little and show the part of the water tractor that helped us out. It's now clearing the channel of the Punches River. Yeah, so the fishermen up that side can come down and have more easier access to get the shrimp, and they can sell it to those folks in the local waters. So right there, you can see that little thing over there, almost like a little V above there. Yeah, that's the tractor. Right, the little yellow thing there. Right. Right. So a few weeks ago, when we come here, you could see some shine things in the water here. I mean, we're over in the wetlands, and those were our boats. Yeah, we could see them, and it breaks our heart because we couldn't get them. But we're happy that we get them now. Yeah, man.
You brought them up prior to the hurricane as a sort of safe harbor.
Right, we've often been doing that. From as far as I can remember, from the latter part of the 80s, 90s, and they were always all right. But I've never seen anything like this one. So now we have backup plan. We may not put them out here again. So the clouds are clearing up. If you look now, you can see the windmills up there. Roughly 29 now. 2 are actually extinct. They can't find them like they used to.
What's the most popular one?
The popular ones are like the hummingbirds, and one kind of yellow, black and white one they call a oroli. Yeah. Most of our birds, if you don't go in the hills, certain parts, some of them are, you know, like more specific in the Blue Mountain and the Cockpit Country. Yeah, the Cockpit Country, if it's not chemical out, you should find the second largest butterfly in the world up there, giant swallowtail butterfly. Endemic to Jamaica. And the second smallest butterfly. Yeah. Second largest and the second smallest butterfly. Yeah, in Jamaica, endemic. And big snakes, yellow boas. Alright guys, we're not too far. Let not your heart be troubled, we'll soon be there. Just continue breathing a sigh of relief. We'll soon see land again.
down the river. They're not the land crab that's on the roadside or doing different.
Yeah, the land crabs are here. Probably 5 different species of crab, but the ones that they set the trap for are like some little blue ones. Some little more flat blue ones. Yes, yeah. Not so soft, yeah. They're not really so soft. But they call them like marine crabs. People use them, they use them for crab cakes and stuff. The Chinese like it a lot. Same type of crab, right. Yeah, man. Sister Lou. And so everyone, now you can breathe a sigh of relief to see land again. That you're surviving the crocodile tour, making it back as a whole human being, not in one piece nor in the pieces. Double check and make sure you have everything and everyone you came down to Black Overweight. Right, especially our minister. You don't want to misplace our minister. Alright, so it has been a pleasure touring you guys on the beautiful Black River for you to see birds, wetland vegetation, and a few of our friendly crocodiles. Do enjoy the rest of your evening and have yourself a safe trip back home. You're welcome. So on behalf of the J. Chaucer Black River Safari team, we appreciate you and continue to do the good work. Alright guys? Let's have it all backed up safely before you disembark. Yeah, don't move. Yeah, keep your seat. We're going to the docks. That's the Deep Blue Sea. That's a ship out there. We suspect that boat that we saw earlier came off that ship. Alright. Right, this is the most dangerous part of the job. It's a thin line between docking and crashing. So if it goes in smooth, it's called docking, but if it bumps, even a little, it's crashing. When you're getting off, please watch your footing. And please watch your step. There will be a gap, but it's not a fashion, so don't fall in the gap. Yes, we would appreciate the business. Alright.
Good job, brother. Good
Just man, peace and love. Yeah, man. Nice to have you guys. Hold on, one at a time, I want to see double now. You know what I mean?
So them say.
Oh, I saw figure one. Yeah, man. Alright, man. Respect. Oh, yes. Look out for sitting out for me.
Yeah, man.
What is that?